So, quick demo of the board. I finally got it working. Yeah, it was just, not sure myself, minor hardware issues and whatnot, and fun little mistakes. Anyways, there it is, displaying time. So, going through the functions of this thing really quick. You can use this button to set your time. So if you hit this button, I'm not going to do it now because there's a much easier way to set the time if you've got a serial port. But it'll pop up and allow you to set your time in 24-hour format. I'm going to change that to 12-hour format just because I'm still not used to 24-hour format. And then this one is the next button. So when you select what number you want, then you hit this button and it moves on to the next section. So you got your tens digit of your hours, your ones digit of your hours, then it moves on to tens digit of minutes, tens digits of or 1 minutes. Yeah, that one. Anyways, it's been a long day. And then once that's done, it'll set that into the RTC, and the RTC will store that as its current time. And then while it's not displaying time, if you hit next, it'll bring up your alarm. And you can go ahead and set your alarm, and that's in 12-hour format, and you can specify that as AM or PM. And you will eventually be able to specify what tone you want, and that'll be stored in the tones will be stored in the EEPROM. And yeah, so the functionality works, everything works. The alarm works properly finally now. So once you set your alarm, once it realizes that it's time to set or sound the alarm, it'll sound the alarm. And you can either hit the next button to silence the alarm, and it won't go off again until the whole 24 hours hits, or it will only go off for a minute. So it'll sit there and keep count, make sure that it hasn't gone over a minute. That way, if you leave the house like I do and nobody knows how to turn the damn thing off, then it doesn't continuously go all day long. So what I was talking about with the terminal menu is, if we look up here to this thing, if it'll focus, thank you. Wow, that is a horrendous focus. Okay, so right now it just displayed the time as per usual and seen in all my other videos. But if we type time and hit enter, it'll show us the time. If we hit set, it'll allow us to set the time. So it's 2015. The month is 8. Current day of the month is the 17th. The current day is Monday. Current hour and 24-hour format. Crap. That's I think it's 21. Yeah, I think so. 21, 50. And date has been set. And if we hit time again, it should show 9:50. Yes! Awesome. PM. Good. Okay, now if we hit alarm and type enter, it'll ask us the same thing. So eventually I'm going to make it to where you can select, if you have serial port access, you can select what days of the week you want the alarm to go off instead of every day. So we're just going to say Monday. 12-hour format, so the current hour that we want to go off at, we want to go off at 9 o'clock, we want to go at 9:52 p.m. and beep, but my beeper's not hooked up right now, so it spits out and says your alarm has been set for time 9:52. If we hit time again, it'll show the time. Okay, let's go. I might just reset the time because 2 minutes in a video waiting for this to happen is going to take forever. Yeah, pretty sure. Okay, well anyways. So I've officially moved to Atmel Studio with a Atmel Ice JTAG programmer. They're awesome. Sorry for the extremely messy desk, but anyway, so the firmware has become monstrous. Just to give you a quick look, this is what controls everything, and right now it's not set for debug mode, so a lot of this code is if deft out, which is awesome. But so much code for a freaking clock. And as usual, I will probably make a Rev 4 of this firmware and condense it down and do more maintenance and whatnot, because it's gotten pretty messy. Yeah, oh, here we go. The alarm's gonna hit, it'll show, so it's set the beep, so this controls your sound, or more or less the pitch of your buzzer, and your buzzer will be hooked up, so see now it's at alarm. So it'll just flash A and it'll beep at the same time, or you can just set it for no beep, which will just flash the A. And so over here what it's doing is it's comparing current minute to last minute. So it sits there and does that for around a minute, and if it hasn't been interacted with for more than a minute, then it automatically turns the alarm off and goes back to displaying time. But I'm going to accelerate that because we don't want to wait a minute. If I hit this button, it'll go back to displaying time. So yeah, that's pretty much the clock. Yeah, it's got ROTC backup. I don't have the EEPROM in right now. I've already made a Rev 2. I'm sitting on the board right now. I haven't uploaded it yet. I haven't bought it yet. But when I do, anyways, there's 4 mounting holes on here, and it'll be mounted onto a piece of aluminum plate, and this will be mounted on the back around right here. So I really like these because they're nice. You shine them up real good and whatnot, and they look really cool. And yeah, then it'll pretty much be done. It's a complete development board. You can mess around with it, do whatever you want, or you can just put it on in your office to display time. But yeah, so I'll update you guys when I get Rev 2 in. Have a good one.